They're convinced you're Greek. They speak to you in Greek.
I feel more Greek because I'm over here playing in Europe. Why not go over there if they're giving me this kind of money? Played national team for 13 years. For me now, I feel more European.
What was your first contact with the Greek Federation?
Does Nick have any bloodline in Greece? Worst thing I've ever done.
Offer from Panathinaikos or Olympiacos.
It's true, yes. And never again I'm coming. Saris I hated because Saris would give me I've never told this story before. Dimitridis, Panoulis, Yaskevicius. Next thing I know, Tudis sees me and goes,
Oh my God.
Wanted to kill me.
You were born and raised in the US. Parents are Americans. And you have this strange feeling that sometimes all the fans of Panathinaikos and stuff, they're convinced you're Greek. They speak to you in Greek. But you yourself, you feel more American, right? Because that's where you grew up.
I mean, I feel more American, obviously, because I grew up in the States since I was 18, 19 years old. Obviously, I would say now maybe I feel more Greek because I'm over here playing in Europe.
Yeah.
I've played at Panathinaikos for 7 years. I've played national team for 13 years or 14, I don't know. But like for me now, I feel more European.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I couldn't tell you, to be honest, where Greece was on the map or like who Panathinaikos was. So, I think I've maybe changed a little bit on how I feel, things like this.
But what was your first contact with the Greek Federation or the Greek basketball back in the US? How did that happen?
So a journalist named Regis came and watched me play in the Jordan All-American game in high school and saw my last name. And he went to my dad after the game and said, hey, does Nick have any bloodline in Greece? Because obviously my last name is Greek. And he goes, yes. Obviously my dad, which my dad's father is Greek. And he goes, yes, we are Greek, last name. And he goes, oh, okay. So let me go back and talk to, Mr. Calathes, who was a lawyer in the Federation at that time. And ever since then, I think I got my passport within like 5 months with all the paperwork and things like this. And I played for the younger national team for 1 year. The worst thing I've ever done. Some of the teammates, it was my first time in Europe, so I didn't know what to expect. And the coach really didn't play me at all.
Was it jealousy, you think?
I feel a little bit because obviously I was an American kid coming over playing with Greeks that have been together for so long. Obviously I'm friends now with some of the guys on the team, but at that point it was, but I told myself, I said, never again I'm coming to play for national.
I was this traumatizing.
That was, I said I'm not gonna need this passport, I'm an NBA player, let's say.
This is the American mentality,
And I was like, Dad, come on, man, I don't need to go, to play again. And I've played every year, I think, since, except 1 or 2 years. But it's an honor to play, obviously, for the Greek national team, and I enjoy it. And I think my grandfather would be very proud.
Who was in that generation of
It was team? Like Bogris. Who else was it? Was it Athenaneu? It was a couple of guys. Obviously, Bogris is a great guy. I don't have a problem with Bogris. But like, it's just guys that that never made it to a higher team.
So maybe a bit frustrated when you're coming and you're balling.
Maybe, exactly. And obviously I don't hold anything against them, but the following year I played for the men's team and we got bronze medal.
Right away?
Yeah, we got bronze medal.
And you were how old?
I was 19, I believe. So
we were watching your stats before the podcast with Alex in Florida. You were killing it, man. Why from there you didn't, let's say, jump to the league right away? Why you choose Panathinaikos?
Because after my second year, I had a great second year, and I call my agent gets a phone call saying, hey, Panathinaikos wants to give you a 3-year deal. And they were giving me money that, like, let's say, a first rounder would make, where I was projected of, late first round. Yeah. And I said, why not go over there if they're, giving me this kind of money? My brother was there playing for Marusi, so I had someone there that I could actually, talk to and things like this. And I just decided to say, hey, I got drafted, but they knew I had already signed with Panathinaikos, and I made that step instead. Which
could you choose this? Like, how does it work? Like, you choose to, let's say, sign in Europe, but they have still your rights, or how does it work?
Yeah, so let's say I signed my contract with Panathinaikos, but the NBA teams know that I can't go to the NBA when they draft me, so they have to wait. let's say, until end of this contract, or if they want to buy me out. So let's say when Dallas bought my rights for Minnesota during the draft, they knew I couldn't come over now.
Interesting. You never interesting. You get drafted, and every kid has this big dream of okay, now I'm drafted, I'm gonna play in the league.
Yes.
It's crazy you choose this other path.
I know.
Especially
I wouldn't have expected it, to be honest, but
No.
it's tough to obviously it's tough to turn down that kind of money to when.
I spoke, with Papa Petru and Dinos Mitoglou, also two other Greek that played in NCAA.
Yep.
And they both agreed that if you played mid-major, high major in the US, it's almost automatic that you get an offer from Panathinaikos or Olympiakos.
It's true, yes, because when I was playing, they were playing all the games on the TV in Greece, from Florida. So let's say Tudis was watching or Bradovic was watching. So, I'm playing good. So they're like, hey, man, maybe this could be the, next future of the Greek, teams. And so they brought me, and I didn't play my first year in Greece. Obviously, I came over, had no idea what to expect. I was thinking that, man, I'm going to be the man. I came from Florida, I'm balling, I'm like, shit, SEC, all, whatever team, first team. And I'm like, they need me.
Yeah.
And Pat is like, my brother's like, Nick, you're coming to the best team in Europe. And I'm like, they need me, they need me.
Who's the point guard?
Dimitidis, Spanoulis, Jaskevicius.
All of them.
All of them on this team.
Jesus Christ.
On the first year. Drew Nicholas. So
what a team.
I couldn't tell you who Dimitidis was. I couldn't tell you who Spanoulis was. I had no idea who these guys were. All I'm thinking is I'm going to bust their ass in practice.
Not happen.
Bradovic is going to have to play me.
And Zelko was the coach.
Yes. And I didn't play at all. I only played when we were up 20, but I showed what I could do in practice. I showed, that. But I didn't expect, coming in not to play.
How was it, to come in, with this confident mentality as a Greek American, with all those crazy players? Were you getting, the rookie treatment a little bit?
I was, for sure, because I had also Pekovic. Pekovic would, and Mike Batiste. They messed with me every day. Saris I hated, because Saris would give me the young treatment, so he would destroy me and Sherman Dini a lot. Fotis, I had a bunch of great guys, but they definitely killed me.
Humbling experience.
Humbling.
And how was it, Zelko, man? Like you as a foreign young American coming to Pana, having Zelko as a coach.
Yeah, tough. It was tough. I didn't know if I could last. After the first year, I was like, called my dad on the phone like, Dad, I don't know if I can do this anymore, man. This is tough. Grinding, everything. But after that, man, after I learned and actually took it all in and learned from these guys, it was easy for me.
What was your craziest experience with Zelko?
I've never told this story before, but they're having film, and it's my first year, and I go out with Mike Batiste and Drew Nicholas one night, and we're watching film next day. I didn't play, so my head is against the wall, and Mike Batiste is here, and Atudis is doing the film, and Atudis, if you don't know Atudis, he filmed for 45 minutes, an hour, if we lose or whatever. So all of a sudden, I rest my head against the wall, and I fall asleep.
Damn.
And I could not get up. I don't know what happened, but Mike is trying to hit me. And next thing I know, Atudis sees me and goes, Coach, I can't do this film anymore. I stayed up all night doing this, and all of a sudden, I wake up with, if Bradovic, he has the keys. So he shakes the keys, and I wake up to the keys, and he looks at me like,
oh my God,
wanted to kill me. And I had the best practice ever that day, but it didn't help. And maybe I was, suspended for one game or something, but after this, I don't think I've ever even closed my eyes in a film.
PTSD.
It was tough because I had all these veterans. I'm 20 years old, and who am I, to go to sleep and film? And that was the worst experience of my career, for sure.
For sure, you learn from it because now you're seen as this crazy leader, showing an example. So that's one of the ways.
I learned. I took some steps to grow, but I learned.